This is Stephen Welsh, interim chair of the International Chiropractors Association, with what was supposed to be a daily update for February 17th, 2021. Well, I got news for you. All right, we're not going to talk about COVID today. We got bigger issues to talk about. You see, how would you feel if you woke up one day and your regulatory body told you you weren't allowed to practice chiropractic the way you always have? What if you woke up one day and you were told you couldn't take an x-ray? Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened. That happened on February 8th. The British Columbia College of Chiropractors issued a ruling. And in that ruling, what they basically said was, if a patient walks into your office and they do not have a clinical indication of a serious problem, a red flag that puts their health in medical danger, well, you're not allowed to take an x-ray. To make matters worse, another group of researchers, they just published another paper today. They had this great big meeting back in 2019 at CMCC up in Canada. And you know what they've done? They're not after just x-rays. No, they just published a paper today. And they are attacking the fundamental premise of chiropractic. See, they're suggesting that because there is no random controlled trial studies that prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that spinal manipulation therapy, as they call it, does not have any effect on the autonomic nervous system, and therefore nobody can claim that it has any effect on anything other than neck pain and back pain and musculoskeletal conditions. Now, I've been suggesting for the past 2 years that there are forces in play that want to contain our profession and limit us to neck pain and back pain. Well, they're at work. And I got news for you. The enemy is within. Now, 2 years ago, the ICA board passed 5 new value statements. The first one of those was respect. And we expect all chiropractors to respect all other chiropractors, no matter how they practice. But when a couple of chiropractors take over a board, a regulatory board, and then use it to advance an agenda to pass some rules to put their fellow chiropractors out of business, that's demonstrating a complete lack of respect for our profession. And the ICA is not going to stand by and let that happen. Our profession has become known as the only one that circles the wagon and shoots in. And I'm going to suggest it's high time that we put the petty politics aside and that we begin to circle the wagons and shoot out. Right? If we don't come together as a profession and we don't stand up to this small group of researchers that they think they know what is best, then our world is going to lose the opportunity to get the true value of chiropractic. Well, that's my message for today. But it's time. And I just want you to know out there, up in British Columbia, and then in the other provinces where this will sweep across Canada, and then once it sweeps across Canada, it'll infiltrate into the United States. And the next thing you know, you're going to wake up one day, and if you don't take a stand now, you're not going to be able to practice chiropractic the way you want to. You'll only be able to do it the way they want you to. So here's my challenge. Will you join us? Will you help pick up the fight? So for all you chiropractors up in British Columbia, up in Canada, up in some of the other states along the border, in Europe, in Australia, in South America, I just want you to know that 95 years ago, BJ founded the ICA to protect and promote chiropractic as a separate and distinct profession and to keep it from being swallowed up by medicine. And 95 years later, that's still our mission. So just know, we're here to help in any way we can. And as the old saying goes, we're not going to take it anymore. So in a couple of weeks, I'll be back. Meanwhile, take a look at our COVID resource page. I'll get a couple of those papers posted, right, and then highlighted in yellow. And I want you to look at it closely. And I want you to understand what they're doing. They're framing the argument that you're either scientific evidence-based neck pain and back pain only, musculoskeletal, or, okay, you're pseudoscientific, non-evidence based, subluxation oriented, practicing based upon theories that have never been proven by a random controlled trial study. And that's the battle. And we're here for you. 95 years ago, BJ founded the ICA to preserve and protect the principle that chiropractic was separate and distinct from medicine. And we fought this battle in the Wilkes case. And now we're going to have to fight it again because we have an enemy within. We have a small group of rogue researchers that think they know what's best for the profession. And what we experience in our offices and in our practices, what we see every day on a day-to-day basis, in their world, that doesn't count, right? And we have no business making any kind of claim or that we can do anything other than what they agree is proven by a random controlled trial study. Well, that's not true science. And as they say, the ICA is not going to take it anymore. So I'm going to ask you, set aside your petty politics, come join us. Come join us and let's fight the battle. Let's work together and let's put this trend, let's put it away for good. Our patients are depending upon us. Our world is depending upon us.